Happy Friday, my lovelies. Welcome to another edition of the Brooklyn Baby Podcast with me, your host, Charlene Sabb. I know it's been a while. How you all doing? This is just going to be a brief impromptu check-in just to see how you all are doing because it's been a couple of weeks since I connected with my lovelies. So how are you doing? I know I got to do check-ins because, child, these are some trying times in society, in the world, everywhere. So I just want to make sure my people are okay. And this is not going to be a lengthy episode. Just want to do a quick check-in. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2026. So I just want to see my bangs. I just want to see how my lovelies are doing. That's all. Just want to check in. Hopefully you all are doing well. I know in my area in North Carolina and other areas nearby, like the temperature's been like a roller coaster. However, I think our little cold snap ends today, because right now this morning when I went out to get breakfast, it was chilly, but now it's starting to rise up. I think right now it's like 55 degrees in Raleigh, North Carolina right now. I think it's going to hit like low 60s, and I know a wonderful weekend this weekend in the 70s, and I think Sunday in the 80s. So hopefully all of you are doing well. Remember what I've been telling you, lovelies. It's okay to draw lines in the sand. It's okay to tell people no. It's okay to tell people what you will and won't do. I have no qualms. I'm going to give you a little anecdotal story. I'll give you an anecdote every now and then. Not an antidote, an anecdote. I had a cousin recently contact me about being in my area this upcoming weekend. And she was going with the pace of like saying, oh, I need a place to stay. Now, the way I am right now, the way I roll, and especially at this point, I'm 54, going to be 55 in 2 months, May 23rd, Gemini's baby. I noticed in these later years, even when my mom was still around and alive, we just stopped really doing the road trip in which we stayed at someone's home. We would, in later years, what we would do, if it's not a far distance, pop in to see said loved one or friend, come right back home. Even if it was a 2, 3, 4, 5 round trip hour road trip. In addition to that, if it was a trip that's lengthier, we would get a hotel. That's how we rolled in later years. Gone were the days when I was coming up in the 70s and 80s, maybe even early 90s, where you visited someone, and maybe early 2000s. No, not early 2000s. I would say with my family, early 2000s. We just stopped staying at people's homes. And then I noticed my parents at their home, they stopped hosting people in later years. As you get older and you've been there, done that. Growing up, had times where we used to host people from out of town, and my mother would cook people breakfast, lunch, dinner, take them around town, whether it was in Brooklyn or at their home they had built in Raleigh, North Carolina. But I noticed as my parents got older, unfortunately some people they know passed away, but even before people passed away, they started backing away from being host and hostess to people staying at their home or them going to other people's homes. So I guess I'm following behind their footsteps unbeknownst to me. It's nothing that I said, oh, I'm going to be like my parents and operate that way. But I just noticed, like, I just don't really have interest in hosting people where I live, nor do I want to be a burden and have someone have to host me. At this point in my life, I noticed 2 different shifts with me. Don't want to host house guests. Like, you would pop in and pop out. But as far as like staying over and crashing where I live and me crashing where you live, no. And I'm not into that anymore. And number 2, I noticed I had another point, something else I do not like doing. I had a great thought. I think another thought popped in my mind. If a trip requires me to drive more than 3.5 hours, that's my threshold. I'm going to get a hotel or resort to stay. I'm not going to go on the days when I used to drive and put on the road. Now, I guess because I have a heightened sense of awareness of all the dangers of the road, and there are too many people on the road. My dad gave me an interesting fact recently. He said, there are more cars on the road in this country than people. And you add to that the fact that a lot of people are on different drugs, alcohol, stuff that maybe we haven't seen, drugs we haven't seen back in the day. People are on some stuff. On top of there being too many cars out in the road, I've seen too many wrecks, too many this, too much that. So my point is, my rule of thumb, and I've been rolling this way for the past, I would say maybe 10 years. If a road trip requires me to drive one way, 3.5 hours, or more, should I say more than 3.5 hours, I'm going to put myself up in a hotel. And not only that, am I going to put myself up in a hotel, but I'm going to fly. I'm going to fly. If it's more than that, I'm going to fly or take the train. That's my second mode of transportation that I like, but I love planes. So again, if a trip requires me, if it's more than 3.5 hours from where I live, I'm going to fly, my first choice, or take the train. So that's just how I am. A lot of times when I go back home to my home city of New York City, which I go often these days, especially now that I'm retired, yeah, just get a hotel. Crashing with a friend, family member, nope, those days are over. And of course, people are not in your business when they're not up in where you live, and you're not where they live. You can come and go, have your guests. No one's in your business. Think about it. How do y'all feel about that? And I feel like I'm at a certain age. I don't feel like being housekeeper or maid to anyone but myself. And of course, I look after I take care of my elderly father. Not that he needs taken care of, but to make sure he has everything he needs. But other than him, no. And when my mother was alive, I would help my dad look after mom and help him with things that she needed. But no, other than that, no. No, sir, no, ma'am. So yeah. And it's okay to draw your line in the sand. It's okay to tell people how you feel. It's okay. It's okay, because the older we get, we got to make sure that we have our mental health together. We have our needs together. We have what we need. And people will take advantage. People will push you until they can take everything, push you and extract from you and take whatever they can from you and leave you high and dry and tired, worn out, because you were catering to them and their needs, So just look after yourself. It's a beautiful day here where I'm in North Carolina. I don't know what the weather is where you are, but I'm taking a walk later on, especially when the temperatures get a little warmer, enjoy the nice weather, and it makes you feel good. This is officially the first day of spring, And, if my mom was here, this would be her 85th birthday, but she passed away 2 years ago, right a month and a day before she would have been 83. But, hey, the way I look at it, to be alive for 82 years, like she was, that's a blessing in and of itself. My dad's going to be 89 in August. So I'm like, when you made it above a certain age, hey, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. No complaints here. But yes, hopefully you all do something wonderful for yourself. I know my son is having an event, a day party brunch. When he has events, I work the door. So I'm going to be hanging out with in the midst of the young people. But every now and then, people my age or around my age pop into to have a drink, some hookah, hear some nice tunes. But I'm going to be with the young people for a day brunch, day party tomorrow. And if you're in the area, come out to the Trap Brunch Day Party. It's at Peace and Saint, the Raleigh, North Carolina location, from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Go to my son's Eventbrite, Mike Sab. What is it? Mike Sab Eventbrite.com. DJ Sicko is spinning the tunes. He's like the premier top DJ in North Carolina, in Raleigh. So come on out. We have Twin Towers Catering. Oh, these women can cook. Woo! My Lord. Their plates will make you want to slap your mama and your daddy. Their food is so good. So, my Lord. My Lord, their food is so good. I have my eyes rolling back in the back of my head. But we're looking forward to it. So, and then Sunday's going to be a day, I think we're going to have like about record or near record temperatures. I think low, mid 80s here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Just beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. So get out, enjoy yourself, do something nice for yourself. Get a mani-pedi, get your hair done. Guys, get that haircut. You know, it's spring fever, baby, spring fever in the air. But yes, well, that's all for now. Just to check in, do something nice for yourself. Maybe do something nice for a loved one or the two of you together. Catch a movie, catch a show, go dancing, do something fun. Look out for number one, okay? Well, that's all for now. Thank you all so much for being here with me. And I'm not sure what we're going to talk about next week. I didn't even check my itinerary, but we'll see each other next week. Thank you, everyone. Mwah. Bye.